Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back. What's up, YouTube? Just making a video. It is really hot today. It's like, I think it's like 30 degrees out, so that's at least what my car is saying. So I'm just in my car. I parked it under a tree. I put kind of like the sunshade on. I took it off now, but like sunshade's just basically right there, and like basically, yeah. So I don't know if you can see it, but it says 30 degrees, so it feels hotter, I'd say. I don't know, but basically what I did, I had to come down to Michael's on Marine Way. Basically Michael's is a kind of an arts and crafts store, and I had to just pick up some supplies because I'm just basically trying to like make my helmet more windproof or wind resistant, just for motovlogging. So I was searching up, and there were a lot of these kind of like DIY kind of wind muffs, and all you need is like some kind of fur fabric, and I don't know where to get that. And I kind of just like, you know, I asked my girlfriend, and I kind of asked her friends too, and they're like, oh, try Michael's. So I went to Michael's website and I typed in fur, F-U-R, and lo and behold, they had fur fabric. So yeah, I basically picked up, which is way more than I'll ever need, some fur fabric. And basically what I did too, I kind of put my phone speaker on it, and it didn't really cover too much noise too. So like the music kind of played through, so it doesn't really muffle anything, which is good, but I hope it stops wind. I picked up a black one too, just cause I don't know. But I'm gonna try and basically bring this home and maybe just kind of wrap it around on top of the dead cat on my lavalier mic. I got another Purple Panda coming in soon. My girlfriend ordered me another one. I'm only running one Purple Panda, and then the other one's like kind of like a power device, which is pretty good. But I feel like the power device one on the GoPro, it basically, the audio comes in too hot, so it's too strong. So I'm gonna try two Purple Pandas, and I went to Home Depot yesterday to buy some like foam and stuff too, to try and basically really dampen the noise. I know you can only do so much about noise, let's be honest. Like, you know, if you're outside doing like 130 kilometers and up, there's gonna be wind noise, and anyone can attest to that. If you're in a car on a highway, roll down your window and stick your head out, it's gonna be pretty noisy, right? I think all you can really do is just kind of minimize it, but you won't fully eliminate it. That's impossible unless you have some like software trickery or something like that. But on that, yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee. It is extremely hot. I will be back, and then hopefully I can take you on a ride later. I'm probably gonna ride the Gixxer, maybe meet with Jane today. I'm not sure, but I know it's a little frustrating to ride when it's hot too. The last thing you want to be doing is basically be stuck in traffic at a red light with all these cars and hot engine heat around you, with your own engine heat getting blown out by the radiator and, you know, up your crotch and everything like that. And it's just not comfortable. So I don't really like riding in direct heat, especially if it's on a road that's, you know, that's not moving. I'm sure a lot of other people that ride are the same way, and I don't know, if you like riding in traffic and roasting, well, that's a skill I haven't picked up yet. But other than that, I'll be back. So peace, guys. Okay, so just got back from Starbucks. I literally went across the street. Got the AC cranked right now because the car's pretty hot, but I just got a venti cold brew, add an extra shot. They didn't have nitro brew, but and a little bit of light milk. So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna head home and probably work on the helmet for a little, and then probably take you guys out on a ride. Yeah, I noticed kind of like the sun is starting to dip a little earlier now here in Vancouver, so kind of sad. I think we passed our longest day, and well, it's slowly reverting back to fall and winter. You know, this whole COVID thing still going on, a little crazy. Hopefully it gets resolved soon. You know what, if it takes 3 years, it took 3 years, right? But hopefully it gets resolved soon so we can get like our summers back to normal and stuff like that. I'm just happy I'm into riding, and that's not really like an indoor sport. You can, go outside, hit up some good roads, tear some stuff up, and have fun. And it's still kind of like, I hope it's COVID safe. You're on your own bike, you got a helmet on. I don't think you're really breathing into anyone. So I kind of want to get my girlfriend into riding, but I don't know if she really wants to and likes it. But at the same time, I was thinking about maybe this winter, nothing set in stone, but I'm kind of thinking about a Can-Am, kind of like a Riker 900, either the ACE or the Rally Edition, but definitely want the bigger motor, so the 900. They seem pretty easy to ride. Like, honestly, like, it's 3 wheels. You don't need a balance. You don't even need a shift on that thing. It's got like a CVT on it, so I don't know if I'd like it, but I think maybe it's good for her because she's really short. So it really takes balance and weight out of the equation, because once you lose those things, like, it doesn't matter how tall you are, right? So I don't know. We'll see. If Can-Am has like a demo day or something, I totally want to go and do it. They seem like cool things. Like, I know it's kind of like a hate it or love it. Like, a lot of riders, they'll either look at it and be like, hey, that's so cool, or like, that's lame, that's not a bike, like, it's a trike. So, but you know what? I don't know. For me, like, as long as you kind of get that open cockpit experience, that's pretty cool. So I don't know, I might check it out. Maybe I'll head down to Langley tomorrow. I got one more day off, and we'll go from there. Yeah, like I said, if there's a demo day, like, I'll try it. Like, is it gonna replace a bike for me? No, I like 2 wheels. Do I like doubling all the time though? I don't know. Like I said, luckily Jane's kind of like a tiny girl, so it's not that bad. But I did that one ride to Squamish with my 2 other friends, and I just picked the wrong day. Realistically, it was a ton of traffic, and I suffered that ride. Like, it was literally freaking stop-go traffic a lot of the times, and I was doubling, and it was hot. It was like, basically you had like everything bad that a good ride shouldn't have. So who knows, maybe that's what made it bad, but whatever. I guess I'll be smarter of what days and what time to pick to go up, right? So, but other than that, yeah, I'll be back. See you soon, guys. Bye. So yeah, it is like ridiculously hot. Just in traffic, like, I'm glad I'm not riding right now. Like, my outside freaking temp gauge says like 35 degrees. Like, it's crazy. It's probably all the engine heat and shit, but take a look. Actually, it just went up to 36 if it focuses, so that's pretty crazy. So on that, yeah, I'm just literally slowly crawling up Boundary right now. So I think I'm gonna make it home pretty soon, and then probably turn on the air conditioning in my room, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's a hot day today, definitely. Like, even going up Boundary Hill, like, I guess I'm OCD, and I kind of care for cars and stuff. Like, going up the hill, like, I know some people would just have like, like all the loads on the car, it's weighed down, all AC max, just like floored up the hill. But like, for me, I know my car's old, but like, it still runs pretty well. But like, I'd turn off the AC. I'd probably roll down the window before going up the hill, and then like, I'd gear down just to give it a little bit of momentum, and go up the hill pretty carefully. But yeah, I don't know, just little stuff like that, that's all. But on that, I'll see you soon. All right, you guys stay frosty. So peace. Okay, what is up? I'm just gonna close off the chin visor. Okay, so back on the bike now from the car. It is really hot out. Like, if you look at my engine temp, like, the fan comes on at 104 and cools it back down to 96, but it's just been on like consistently. So testing it out, gonna ride to see Jane. So I'm gonna see how the wind noise is on this thing. But I put that fur kind of material, kind of just wrapped it around the dead cat, put some styrofoam too, just to see how it is. So hopefully I sound okay. And hopefully the wind noise is dampened. I don't have both lavs plugged in. I only have the Purple Panda, which is the one that I'm talking into. And yeah, so I just unplugged the other lavalier mic going to my Sena speaker because, well, I'm not really on comms right now talking to anyone, so we're gonna test out this with the visor open, and I'm gonna shut it once I get on the Knight Street Bridge. But oh man, my legs are cooking. Like, my fan's just like on 24/7, blowing all this hot air, this engine heat. That's a nice Mercedes AMG GTOs. But anyways, yeah, so back on the bike, my 2008 GSX-R 1000 that recently just had all the fluids dumped out and all the new fluids put back in. I think I gotta put an air filter and plugs in it again. Yeah, other than that, she's been running really good. Nothing wrong with her, knock on wood. Hopefully it stays that way. So, but yeah, I don't know, today was hot. It's more, even right now at 6:45, it's a little hotter than I like to ride, so I'm wearing mesh and everything again. I'm not gonna wear leathers, like, not right now. It's too much, like, honestly. Maybe once the sun goes down. There's always going to be some guy that makes a left turn here at this light. Oh man, like, even going downhill right now, the engine's like not really cooling down. All right, now we're at higher speeds. Hopefully the wind noise is okay. I don't know. Visor open, and then we're gonna go visor closed. So again, this is just the Purple Panda with like a bunch of fur wrapped around the dead cat and some styrofoam or like some cutting, like I did some AC sealing foam. I'm gonna take the east-west connector, so we'll get some better speeds there hopefully, and hopefully the audio is not clipping or anything like that. But other than that, we're gonna go to that same Starbucks on number 2 and Blundell, which is next to the Coco. So a lot of traffic right now, but you know what, it's like almost 6 o'clock, so I'd expect it. So I think just another day, and then the weather's gonna be a lot cooler. We're gonna get some rain, which is absolutely gonna be essential for those forest fires. I feel like we kind of lucked out already because the smoke only lasted like, oh, there's some cops on the bridge. The smoke only lasted like a day, so yeah, so where was I at? Yeah, I'm gonna take the east-west connector. I'm gonna follow that freaking yellow car. A lot of bikes coming by. They waved. Oh dear. This guy's gonna kill me, man. Holy, this fit. That guy is going like way too slow. I'm sorry. So the sun is starting to drop really quick now. Like, it goes down at 9. So I know for the GoPros, like, I swear to God, anything after ISO 800, it sucks. It's really grainy. I feel really like just shitty stuck behind this Freightliner. Can't really test out any wind noise. So this is at 85. I don't know. You let me know how the wind noise is. So there, I got a Mercedes behind me that wants to go too. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic today.
Holy, the buses are actually using that lane, so when you come out you always got to be careful with that lane, because the buses usually actually come. So wow, that's like a full halt. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. That's a lot of freaking traffic. Jesus. Alright, so this is at like 120. I don't know how the wind noise is. I'm just gonna make a right here. Hopefully I don't get creamed. But anyways, yeah, back to kind of talking. So yeah, I don't know, maybe this winter, I talked on it earlier, I want to get kind of like a, or I'm looking into, nothing set in stone, like a Can-Am Riker. So I've never ridden anything that's kind of like a three-wheeler or anything like that, and you know, I think the best thing I can kind of like compare it to is like, it's gonna be like a snowmobile on wheels, and you know, it's got a Rotax, I think 3-cylinder. It doesn't put out a lot of power. I think it only puts out like 80 horsepower or something like that, so don't think it'll compare to like, you know, any of these things that I ride, but I think I want to get it just because, like, you know, it may be good for Jane, and like if my dad's retiring, you know, maybe he can hop on, even though you still need a full-on motorcycles license to ride it. So maybe I'll check that out. If Can-Am has a ride day, I'll definitely hit that up. Another thing is I still want to basically look into like a new Senna, because you know, I know this one's getting old, the SMH 10, but at the same time it still works, so can't really kind of not use it or throw it away, you know, because there ain't nothing wrong with it. My god, it's hot today, but luckily it's still not as bad as like the 40-degree, like that heat wave that we had. That was brutal. Like, I never want to go through that again. That legitly did not feel right. I'm gonna lift the visor back up here. Oh. But yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves about riding is basically super hot weather and getting stuck in traffic. Because you know, I'm that kind of guy that I will not ride the shoulder. So I just, you know, A, I don't want a ticket, and B, I don't want a flat tire riding the shoulder. And I know it's like, you know, it's still not healthy to sit in sunlight with a smoldering bike. Luckily for all the bikes that I've owned, they've been, you know, liquid cooled. So it's basically got a radiator and a rad fan. So I can't even imagine owning, like, you know, an air cooled bike and just sitting in traffic. Ow. I just went through the biggest freaking bump. Actually felt like it sacked me. So I'll probably try to get up early to kind of do an earlier moto vlog, because it's kind of crap right now. There's too much traffic, like. But yeah, I guess the view is pretty nice. Good old farmland out here. But I'm excited, man. Like, basically, if I do, you know, if I see a Can-Am and it's good, I don't mind getting one, and I don't care what people think about it, because I know for those trikes, a lot of people either hate them or love them. Like, there are a lot of bikers who flame them and be like, oh man, that's not a bike, you know, and like, whatever, right? Like, you get what's comfortable to you, and like, I don't care what anybody rides, you know. I think if it's easier for Jane, because if it's you know, once you get into three wheels, it don't matter how short or how small you are, because you don't need to balance it anymore. So weight's not an issue. It's got forward and reverse. It's The kind of unfortunate thing is it is automatic, which is, you know, it's got a CVT, which I utterly hate those transmissions, especially in cars already, so whatever, maybe it's acceptable on a snowmobile with wheels, or, you know, a Riker, but I've always liked to kind of like roll my own gears, so, and the thing is, you can't really like do any flips or anything like that, just because, hopefully no one cuts out here, just because, yeah, well, it's CVT, so there is no gears to blip through. It's just a belt. I don't know if it works the same in a small engine, but I know, like, when I drive cars with a CVT, it's like there's just really no character or lifestyle to them. It's actually quite boring. All it does is, even when you kind of floor it and you bag on it, like the revs just get held up, and then even if you have an exhaust on it, I think it sounds weird because it's not going through gears. So, but you know what? At the same time, that's kind of like one less thing. If Jane was learning, like it'd be nice if she learned kind of like a manual first. But I think it'd be more comfortable. That's all. But yeah, so far, you know what? You know, the old 1000cc bikes, like, I'm still happy with this thing. It's bigger and heavier than you know, every 1000cc bike now today. Like, my other friend, he has a newer Gixxer, and I just sat on it just to kind of see. I didn't ride it around. I don't know why. I'm very afraid of riding other people's bikes. I just don't want to be responsible for anything. But all I did was I just sat on it, and like, my God, the new 1000cc bikes, they feel so small. Like, they feel like a 600. It's crazy. Yeah, it's insane where kind of like, you know, materials and everything has come to for motorcycles, because yeah, I mean, to have that kind of power and something, you know, in a package that small, like, and this goes for any leader bike now, like, doesn't matter what brand or make, they're all shrunken down. They make pretty much 200 horsepower. They have every electronics known to mankind on it. Like, all of them have pretty much, if you get a bike that's around, like, I think 20 grand, they all have an IMU built in, so they all have like wheelie control and all that stuff. Yeah, so kind of cool. I mean, I'm not, you know, because I ride this, and you know, I don't do track days or anything like that, but I'm happy. This is enough for me. Like, it literally, it's enough power. It does whatever I want. It'll, you know, if you want it to wheelie, it'll wheelie. I gotta practice those. I'm not that well at them. But yeah, it's all I need. And I think with the older bikes, I like it because the exhaust pipes are louder. You can get away with like taking off the cat because they're not welded on. They're just muffler clamped. So I'm happy because this Yoshimura exhaust, like this slip-on, it's a decat, and it just goes straight to the titanium header. So I feel like it sounds really good. I don't know, I can give it a couple flips. So it's kind of like, you know, so just like a tiny blip, but it sounds really good. Like, I'm happy with it. I just gotta watch out where I do it, because like, if a cop hears that, that's bad. That's like straight up vehicle inspection right away. So make sure there's no one here. But yeah, other than that, I think it'd be cool to have a Riker. If Jane had a Riker and, like, you know, she followed us, that'd look pretty badass. I gotta get her like one of those like Judge Dredd helmets or something. But maybe one day I'll hit up like the Greater Vancouver Power Sports. Check them out. I think they're kind of like a one of a kind. No one else really makes like trikes like that. So I think after that Squamish ride that I did, oh my God, it was so hot and everything. It was crazy. I still got to install the stem mount, so the Ram stem mount in there. I already traced it where I need to cut it and everything. I may do that tonight. I have one more day off before I go back to work. So yeah, hopefully this audio turns out good. If it's good, I'm gonna stick another Purple Panda. I'm gonna replace the power to one that's recording off the center speaker and stick a Purple Panda in there as well too. So anyways, we're here. I took the long way just to give Jane and Brian some more time, but we are here. Hopefully no one rear-ends me. Good, good, good. We're gonna go left. It's always so busy and sketch here sometimes. I'm gonna see if I can park this thing in the shade because I want this thing to cool off. Holy, people got like their own lawn chairs happening here. That's great. You know what? I'm just gonna be a parking space and hog it all. On that, all here. Oh, there's that group again. Interesting. Okay, so I'm here. We're gonna check out that audio and see how the quality is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
All right, what is up, guys? I'm back. In my gear, just got to number 2 and Blundell. So just met up with Jane. And we're just at Starbucks, sitting outside. Parked my bike. I think B-Chan's gonna be here soon, so we'll wait up for him and see. But yeah, just got basically 2 strawberry refreshers, and then acai. And yeah, other than that, gonna chill and wait and gonna ride home. Hopefully I won't leave too dark, go by the airport, maybe gas up. But all in all, pretty chill ride so far. A lot of traffic, but hopefully that audio turns out okay with the fur in the helmet. So we'll find out.